what he exposed really is how our own government was violating our own civil liberties and trying to cover up things that were very embarrassing
it's some
to
of
our
both.
government. And I think that's the essence of the responsibility of a free press and why it's so important for our democracy.
Tulsi Gabbard was a guest on Real Time with Bill Maher, and she and Bill Maher and Chris Matthews discussed the recent release of Julian Assange from prison. Tulsi Gabbard and Bill Maher had very different viewpoints on Julian Assange. Check this out.
Okay, now that WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, oh, good, let's get to this. What?
Oh, it's good.
Me too. Has pled guilty to espionage and secured his freedom. I didn't see this coming, by the way. I didn't think he'd ever get out. What will his legacy be? Yes.
Time served. Time served. He served 6 years, and that's what he's getting.
No, but they're talking about his legacy, and that's what I want to know. Is he a heroic crusader exposing government lies, or he is a reckless traitor who was endangering our freedom?
Yeah, I mean, it depends who you ask. I think that the more people have been, I think that he is an example of his prosecution, the charges against him are one of the biggest attacks on freedom of the press that we've seen and freedom of speech. So,
wow, I thought you would go the other way.
No, not at all.
I think Ellsberg looks good right now.
What?
Daniel Ellsberg looks very good right now in what he did. And the Pentagon Papers was about how the Kennedy administration and Johnson administration, not Nixon, what they did to lie about the war.
Well, I don't know all the particulars. I mean, you'd have to really spend months and months going through the amount of stuff he put out. But in general, I think the world's full of bad people. Like I was saying to Ray, the world's full of bad people. And
it's interesting to me that Bill Maher, first of all, is surprised that Tulsi Gabbard would have the viewpoint that she has on Julian Assange, because she's been speaking out against the military-industrial complex for a long time, and freedom of press and these kind of things, and the United States wars all around the world. So I think it's a little bit weird that Bill Maher was surprised about this with Tulsi Gabbard. But also, he talks about Julian Assange being a traitor. Julian Assange isn't an American citizen, so he can't be a traitor to the United States. He doesn't live here, and he's not one of our citizens. So it's kind of a weird take on that with Bill Maher.
And yeah, I think sometimes you need somebody to put the hammer down. I think Obama said this, and just say, I'm sorry, you can't expose our secret agents. And we have to think of our security first. Yeah. I mean, yes, I'm sure the government does some gnarly things, but I don't like this. I don't like a guy who pretends that he's the patriot when it's the spies out there who are protecting this country, not Julian Assange. Because there are people who want to destroy this country. And there are people who are plotting to get nuclear weapons and all the rest of it. And this guy is not the one who made sure that we have not really been attacked since 9/11.
I go to Vietnam every year to teach for a couple weeks, and I got to tell you, the 5 o'clock Follies Hotel, the Rex Hotel, where they used to do the 5 o'clock briefing every afternoon about how many body count, how many we killed. It's all BS. That stuff was never true.
What stuff was never true?
The Vietnam War and the numbers of people we were killing and the way we were winning the war. And we're going to get there sooner or later because we're killing them all. No, it wasn't true.
Yeah.
But that's different. We attacked them. This guy, he is exposing people who are protecting us. We are the ones who have been attacked.
Okay, I agree.
But what he exposed really is how our own government was violating our own civil liberties and trying to cover up things that were very embarrassing to our government. And I think that's the essence of the responsibility of a free press and why it's so important for our democracy.
Okay.
And I think Tulsi Gabbard is right. The free press is kind of the only protection that we have from a government that lies us into wars and that type of thing. And Bill Maher doesn't seem to agree that we probably need people like Julian Assange to be whistleblowers and to reveal what the government is really doing when they're doing things that are wrong in terms of spying on American citizens and lying us into war and all of that. But what do you think? Do you agree with Tulsi Gabbard here? Do you think she's right about Julian Assange? Or do you take Bill Maher's view that Julian Assange is some kind of a traitor, even though he's not American? Make sure to give me a like and subscribe. That helps me to grow the channel. and to make more content like this. Give me your comments about Bill Maher, Chris Matthews, Tulsi Gabbard, Julian Assange, any of this. I'll see you in the next one.